Welcome to Hops News, the trusted source in beer culture news. Here's your host, Jay Brew, with special guests, the Hoppy Mommy, Lucky, and Nash.
Hey, welcome to Hops News. Man, I'll be honest with you. I've heard about this whole beer float thing for a couple of months now. I think starting into 2020 is when I really started to hear. I think I caught on when people were at home bored and had ice cream and beer, and that's about all they had left in the refrigerator. But we're going to give it a shot tonight. I will tell you, I've got ice cream. I haven't mixed mine yet. There we go. There's a mason jar of ice cream, and I picked out the beer just like 30 seconds ago. I'm going to go with maybe the Haw River Coffee Cream Stout.
That's perfect.
That's my choice for tonight. We'll pour it in this ice cream here in just a minute and give this a whirl. I'm a little bit apprehensive, I'll be honest with you, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'm a fat boy at heart, and oftentimes a fat boy in real life. So anytime you can mix ice cream with anything, I am down. And I'm going to kind of live by Mash's word. I'll try anything twice. So if it doesn't go well with this beer tonight, I'll try it again just to make sure I didn't like it. But I think it'll be a pretty good episode. Hopefully, it'll be fun, if nothing more, and we'll have a good time learning about some beer floats. If the viewers out there, anybody watching, has a beer float that they've made tonight, come over here on our Facebook page and join us in the chat. We would love to hear about it. Or if you've had one before, would definitely love to hear about the experience and the beer that you chose and the ice cream you chose. I'll be honest with you, I was tempted. I've got Moose Tracks ice cream in the fridge that I was very tempted of putting in this glass, but I just went with the straight vanilla tonight. So would be interested to hear what your combinations are. I'm looking forward to hearing what these guys' combination was. It looks like Hoppy's enjoying a little bit of hers. So let's go check in with Hoppy down there in Orlando, Florida. Hoppy, how's that beer float treating you?
It is absolutely delicious. I can't, I'm going between drinking it and then scooping in that ice cream, but I had the perfect beer that I saved. It's called Mint Scoop, and it's from Three Sons Brewing in Dania Beach, Florida, and it is a nitro mint chocolate chip ice cream milk stout.
Oh,
So it was
wow.
perfect for the occasion. I still have some in here because I want to drink it by itself as well. But I've just put plain vanilla ice cream, and I mean, I don't know how you can go wrong with a stout and vanilla ice cream. It's perfect.
So, Hoppy, what's your experience with beer floats? Have you had them before? Is this the first, or what's the
Yeah.
experience that you've had up till today?
I have made vodka beer. Well, that wouldn't be a beer float. I've made vodka floats with like vanilla ice cream, root beer, and vanilla vodka, but I've never done it with beer before. So this is my first time mixing ice cream and beer. It is
And
really good,
the
and
results?
I'm gonna do it again.
Hey, that's awesome. Yeah, that's the result I was hoping for. I'm hoping that we can kind of introduce people to something that I've heard about but never tried myself. So that's awesome. And man, that does look delicious. I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
pouring this beer here. So vodka floats, you've tried vodka floats. Beer floats is a first, and she's buying again, folks. So check it
Yeah.
out. Go grab the ice cream out of the refrigerator, and hell, even if you have an IPA or a sour, pour it in it and see what happens.
Yes, there are other combinations I can mention real quick because I'm doing a mini beer school on this. But if anybody does want to combine something and they don't like darker beers or something, or if they just don't have darker beers, there are a couple combinations that tend to work. You got Hefeweizens and strawberry cheesecake ice cream, porter and chocolate ice cream, pilsner and citrus sherbet, stout and coffee ice cream, and white Belgium ale and orange sherbet. I feel like that one would go really well together. You have like an orange creamsicle.
Yeah, that does sound delicious. Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us. We're one short tonight. If you guys haven't caught on yet and haven't heard Mash in the background, I think he's out playing basketball or doing something
Probably
productive.
still hungover from Vegas.
Yeah, that is probably another possibility. But we do have Lucky, and Lucky is up there in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, enjoying that beer float to the fullest, man. He's got the milk mustache and the ice cream on the nose and all of that stuff. So.
Yeah, man, I've got it all up here.
And he's got the root beer float mug too.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
I just wanted to say before we get too far into this, I got shit on when I posted a picture of a beer float in the Hops News family. So I'm glad that we're finally catching on and realizing that I'm not as dumb as I look, because these are delicious. I posted one a couple months ago. Maybe it wasn't like a beer float, but it was just ice cream with beer poured over the top of it. And it was delicious then, it's delicious now. So I'm glad we've all finally grown up and caught on.
So, Lucky, this is not your first time indulging in a beer float?
No, definitely not. I've done it a couple times. I'm also a fat kid at heart and in reality. So it's delicious, man. I didn't buy more ice cream, so I had to do what was in my freezer. I thought I had more because I'm fat. And it was mint chocolate chip, and I have it with a pecan porter.
Wow.
It's really good. It might not sound like it, but boy, it is hitting the spot. So I'm liking it a lot.
Lucky went all out for us. He brought in a combination that I would have never dreamed of. But I will tell you what, I'm going to give it a pour. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Ooh, pouring it on my lap there a little bit. But giving this a pour, and I'm going to, wow, that is foamy.
I know. I'm struggling with that too. I'm struggling to get to the beer. I wish I had some kind of straw or something with me, yeah, whatever. It happens.
I do have a mini spoon, but a friend of mine commented earlier, like, ooh, that sounds yummy, beer floats. So I recommend do a happy hour, open a couple different beers with a couple different ice creams and experiment. I mean, why the hell not?
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, I would not be opposed to it. It's really, really good. Do like shots, do some kind of shots. Aren't there shots with ice cream in it that you can get sometimes? Maybe not. I might totally be making that up.
There's like all sorts of shots, so probably.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like
I will tell you, this is obviously being a coffee cream stout. This is a very coffee forward beer. Holy shit. my inner fat dude is like, where in the hell has this been my entire life? Because this is literally like, when you do floats, like, for me, traditionally floats has been root beer. right?
Yeah.
It's like the same flavor profile. You might do it with like a cream soda or something like that, but it's very much kind of the same, the same soda flavor profiles. They don't really change a lot. But this, wow, this is almost...
It's like too good to be true, kind of.
It's too good to be true. Everyone's like tuning in and then being like, I'm getting out of here. I don't have an ice cream.
I know, right?
This is terrible.
Hopefully they're all jealous and they're gonna make one.
Hey, run to the store and grab a coffee stout if you have one on the shelf there. Holy shit, that is actually really good. I'm glad we did this. So, if anybody else out there is listening and has their beer float handy or have one before, chime in there on Facebook. Let us hear about it. I'm looking forward to hearing if you guys have tried it, if you're interested in trying it, or if you've tried it and it's not your thing. But I will tell you right now, I might have to get another scoop of ice cream because this is definitely my thing.
Would you see Chris from Bottle Share just commented
sure.
that they're working on a big collab that's going to play into beer floats. So I'm intrigued. I'm listening.
Yeah, to say the least. Oh my gosh. I want to know what that is. They've always got such good stuff coming with their collabs.
Yeah, I need to get some of that. Give me some sugar. I got the last collab they did in Florida, so I'm hoping that one pops up too.
Yeah, hopefully. I got some through Dustin, but I took it to a house a couple weeks ago and it was gone faster than I could do anything. So, oh well.
It happens.
Very sad. Yeah.
The mistake I made is the beer was a little bit warm because I literally just picked these up.
Oh, Jesus, Jay.
But
it melts too fast.
Yeah, but it is phenomenal still. It's still a great combination. I will definitely do it again. I actually have a couple of beers, and I've sent a couple of these to Corey in our little beer exchange we did.
Nice.
One is a birthday cake beer, and the other one is a Neapolitan ice cream beer. So it might be a hell of a weekend in the Barnes house.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Valentine's Day might be a little bit interesting.
Just won't be able to move off the couch.
Yeah, I got to say it's harder to pace yourself. I just want to keep sipping it constantly.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough holding conversation too because I feel like we all want to drink this.
You know what I just remembered once we got started and Lucky mentioned a straw. I actually have bowls that have straws attached to them. That's what I should have put it in.
Oh, that would have been so smart.
Next time.
Next time for sure. I don't know why I don't just have straws laying around. I feel like that's something maybe not. Could be totally wrong with that.
I know, but the brewery that I'm drinking the beer, they actually do other flavors of this style of beer. So they have like a Neapolitan scoop, and so they have some other ones. So
okay,
I will definitely be grabbing more because this is a perfect one to do it with.
Jay, I don't think he's put that drink down since it hit his hand or since he poured it.
He's got to finish it because it's warm.
Yeah, it's disappearing pretty quickly, but it only, you pour beer on top of ice cream and it foams up pretty well, so it's very creamy anyways, but it's a
I'm in love.
It's a lactose beer. So I think that there's when I went in and talked to the guy, I actually went into the bottle shop literally before I got home, and I walked in and I said, "Man, you're not going to believe this, but I need some stouts that are going to be good with beer floats."
He said, "Get the fuck out."
Yeah. No, he actually kind of chuckled a little bit, and he's like, "I got just your thing." And we walked over to the shelf, and you pointed out like 6 milk or lactose stouts, and he's like, "Either one of them are going to be great." And it never really crossed my mind until he said it, but man, he is on to something. If you get a milk or a lactose stout and have plans to do a beer float, you're on to something. I think that is, if there's a requirement for picking out a beer for it, it's got to be a milk or a lactose stout. That's my requirement.
Interesting. Now I want to try a milkshake IPA. That'd be a good one.
Yeah, for sure. That give me some sugar probably would have been really good.
Yeah, I'll bet. Put a cookie on top of it too.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
If you have diabetes, you should not be watching this episode.
You're gonna have them by the end just listening to us talk.
Yeah,
so is that when you guys picked out your beer? Was there a requirement? Was there something that you were looking for? Was there something you were planning, or did you just pick up something that you thought sounded good?
Well, so I thought I like pecan ice cream. I've had it before. I don't know what it goes with normally, but I know I've had pecans in my ice cream at some point in my life. So I was hoping that I had like vanilla or some kind of like different ice cream to go with it. Because I was really looking forward to using this beer. And then once I was committed, that's the one that I went with, and I'm not disappointed at all. Mint is probably my favorite flavor of ice cream. So I don't know. It was good.
Well, then you need this beer because it's mint chocolate chip ice cream beer. Mine, I actually, at Christmas time, because this brewery they distribute a little, but not their like good stuff. So it's right near Fort Lauderdale. And so when I went down home for Christmas, my dad and I ran up to Three Sons and just grabbed some cans. And so I was going to drink it like a week ago or a couple weeks ago. And then when Jay mentioned beer floats, I was like, well, this literally has ice cream on the label. So I'm just going to save this one. And then I went to Publix yesterday and just got vanilla ice cream. Because the beer is so flavorful on its own. I didn't want to get too crazy. I still wanted to taste the beer.
Can you hear? Can you hear? I can't hear.
Yep.
My bad.
Oh. Can you hear me now?
I can. Yeah,
we can hear you. We can hear you. Thumbs up.
Okay, good. That's my story. Right. So I saved it. But I texted the picture to my dad right before because we each drank one then and then we each took one. And I guess it's mint chocolate chip day on like February 19th. So he's like, oh, I'm saving my beer for that day. I did not know.
Very nice.
Really? Who knew?
There's a day for everything.
Are you guys... So I don't have a spoon, so that might be the reason why I'm not getting into the actual ice cream, but I'm just letting the beer like sit and kind of melt the ice cream, but it's still full to the top with ice cream. So like I just keep pouring the beer in and letting it sit and then drinking it, and it's fantastic.
Man,
I'm doing both.
I've already went through a what is it? Oh my God. I've already went through a pint jar. I told you, I'm a fat dude at heart, man. I've already went through a pint jar of it. I might have to go get another scoop of ice cream to drop into this thing. Because this beer it's a very coffee forward beer, like I said, and it has been perfect so far. So
good Lord.
I don't think we've ever had an episode where we just talk about their amazing beers and how good they are.
I know, right? It took us putting ice cream in it to like get us to actually talk about beers that we're drinking.
So, Hoppy, do you have you said you had a short beer school lined up for us? Or let's go talk to Hoppy about beer school and learn about beer floats. Hoppy, can you make it last long enough that I can go get another scoop?
I will go. Yeah, I'll draw it out. All right. If you're at home and you want to play a drinking game, or if you're lucky lucky is at home. Anytime I say ice cream, take a sip. So there's quite a few articles out there giving different beer pairings to make the best beer floats. Actually, maybe when I say float or ice cream, I don't think I say ice cream enough. Okay, so I'm not going to do that because one, it's been done a lot, and two, it's not really beer education, but I gave you some combinations at the beginning. I'll spout those off real quick. And there was a link posted on our website yesterday. I will post that again tomorrow. If you don't like dark beers, though, don't you worry. There are still beer floats out there for you. You can combine Hefeweizen and strawberry cheesecake ice cream, porter and chocolate ice cream, Pilsner and citrus sherbet, stout and coffee ice cream, or white Belgium ale and orange sherbet. So, other than more beer/ice cream combos, what the hell could I research? We'll start with a little recap from our past Prohibition beer school. So Yuengling's saving grace during Prohibition was ice cream. This wasn't uncommon since a lot of the brewing equipment could be used to make ice cream, and they had cold places to store the ice cream and refrigerated trucks, since that's where they stored the beer. So Yuengling's ice cream, though, got so popular that they continued to sell it after Prohibition. They took a hiatus in 1985, but actually brought it back in 2014. Today, you can buy flavors like Black and Tan and Butterbeer. They take online orders, and for just $8 a pint and $30 in shipping, you can now have Yuengling ice cream mailed to you on dry ice.
What?
So, moving along to beer ice cream. I guess I do say ice cream a lot. Maybe you should only drink when I say that and not float.
Had to pour
I made
in
this school a couple weeks. Okay. All right. Well, beer floats are just throwing a scoop of ice cream into a glass of beer. Beer ice cream is a bit different. Most places will simply use beer as an ingredient while making ice cream. However, Salt and Straw in Portland, Oregon has taken a different approach. They actually work with brewers at local breweries, and the brewers make a thick syrup for them, which is basically just wort. which is what you have before you ferment it and turn your liquid into beer. So for those not familiar, apparently I explained it. Okay. So it can be incredibly sweet though, because the yeast has to eat all those sugars to ferment it. So that works well for the ice cream. So this was done because the actual making of the ice cream changes the flavor of the beer a bit, and they wanted to get more of a genuine beer flavor in their ice cream, which is why they used the syrup. Now, the real question is, can you get a buzz off a bowl of beer ice cream? Typically,
We're gonna find out.
Yeah. In the response to every question that a lawyer is asked, it depends. So, typically, no. The alcohol is generally cooked off while making the ice cream. However, if the ice cream is made with a, quote, flash freezing technique, end quote, using liquid nitrogen, then yes, you can get a buzz off some ice cream. Beer ice cream truck. At the beginning of the quarantine, Lucky posted an article about Goose Island selling beer out of an ice cream truck around Chicago. Sadly, this did not seem to catch on, but was clearly a genius idea, and that article is still up on hopsnews.beer. So, what have we learned? If you really want to combine beer and ice cream, you can make shit real complicated, or just throw a scoop of ice cream in that beer glass. You can make it a crazy night with a flight of beer and a flight of ice cream. And which are going to be garbage? Nobody knows. Which are going to be amazing? Nobody knows. You want to make it even more complicated and most likely turn your beer non-alcoholic? I will attach some recipes to this article when I post it on the website, and you can do that. Or on that note, you can just, say cheers and drink your beer and ice cream.
Cheers. Do you think he's back yet or still getting ice cream?
I don't know. I actually had a question for you because when I was doing this, I tried to see if that beer ice cream truck was still going on and I couldn't find anything on it. Have you seen anything on it?
I do not think so. Probably just because of the weather. I mean,
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, Chicago is because it was Goose Island, right? Yeah, it was Goose Island in Chicago. So I imagine once the weather turns, just like an ice cream truck, it went away. But it was going for a while. I know I have a couple of friends in Chicago that stopped and got some or found out when they were doing it. And they got some. So it happened for a little bit at least. But yeah, I totally forgot that was at the beginning of quarantine.
Yeah. Were they just selling cans, do you know?
Yeah.
Was it just their basic beers and they were just selling them out of the ice cream truck?
Yeah, it was just their basic beers. They were selling cans. They didn't have a keg or anything with it because it was still COVID. So I think you also you had to call and get them to come to your block. They weren't just driving around with the sound, I think.
Oh.
But they were delivering it in ice cream trucks. So
it was more like a food truck for hire kind of thing.
Kind of, yeah. But then they would come and they would anybody could walk up and get it. It was just that you had to come and order something specific.
Right.
So,
we've had somebody do something like that. They were throwing a birthday party, a 40th birthday party, and they hired a ice cream truck to just stay in front of their house, and the neighbors came out and bought stuff, and everybody at the party, they were buying it for everybody at the party.
Yep, for sure. I've had friends do food truck, a food truck or something, their favorite food truck for their parties and stuff like that. For weddings, I think I was at a wedding once where they had a food truck come at the end of the night after the dinner and all that. So during the reception, they had a food truck come out and everybody could go and buy stuff from it. That stuff was cool.
That's cool. Yeah,
for sure. That's always the best part of the wedding is when you're hammered at the reception and then they buy pizza or something.
Oh yeah. At our
That's
wedding,
always the best part.
Yeah, we walked to 24-hour pizza right after our wedding. I still had my wedding dress on. It was at Permanente Brothers, but we call it 24-hour pizza because you can buy pizza there too, and they're open 24 hours and they're on the beach.
Yeah. Wow.
I still have pizza sauce on my wedding dress.
Oh shit.
Good. That's good.
Hey, Rich wants to know, does root beer floats count? Of course.
That's where we got the idea.
For children. Just kidding.
For children.
Just kidding,
For amateurs.
Yeah, right?
It's like a rookie move right there.
No doubt. I'm plowing through this thing. I
know.
Can't even think straight.
So what was the deal about the alcohol? I didn't make all of that about the alcohol. Does it last through the root beer float or the beer float?
Through the beer float, yeah, it should last, but you can make beer ice cream and it usually cooks off, but then there was some flash freezing technique where you can keep the alcohol in the beer, but looks like one person. It doesn't even make logical sense for me to why you would even do that. Like, I think the beer floats make more sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I should have reread that before we before we went live though, because I wrote this beer school like 2 weeks ago and then haven't looked at it until right then.
Okay.
I even had a
You
part that
said
said
ice cream
insert
plenty of
ice cream
times.
truck music. I almost said that. What did I say?
Ice cream. You said it plenty. If anyone was
yeah,
playing
I
the
did.
drinking game.
I
More
was
than
hoping
enough.
you were going to say as soon as you pour the beer over the ice cream that the alcohol evaporates or something. Cause
No.
No, but the calories
That would
do.
Oh
be
yeah,
Right,
right.
totally.
The calories, calorie-free beer floats.
calorie free since '93. That's been me. Except I was.
There was a
born in-
brewery I went to once. They recently closed. I don't know if this is correlated, but they actually put the calories on the menu, and there was like a
Ugh.
pastry stout that had like 2,000 calories in it.
That is
delicious.
just. I mean, that's their fault. No offense to them. I don't
Can't
need to know
yeah.
that.
Nobody needs to know that. It's terrible.
When I'm drinking, calories don't count.
That's what I thought.
It's just how it is.
These are the facts.
So Lori's got a vote in for the Do the Moose tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm working on my second
think you
one. I
should.
don't think that I can. I won't say that I won't, but
Once you get to number 4, you're gonna be in your fourth. We're only a half hour in.
yeah, holy shit. We'll try to get there. I can't promise you that, but we'll try to get there.
I would not recommend doing these in the middle of the day unless you want to be worthless the rest of the day.
Yeah, for
Oh.
sure.
That's wouldn't be a bad thing.
Oh, somebody said hop slam. Oh, hop slam may be good with ice cream. Maybe like a sherbet or something.
Straight
Oh.
sugar dairy coma from Micah. Yeah, that's no doubt. Gonna hit that wall like a half hour after we get off the air.
Ooh, Matt's drinking that brownie batter. Oh, he said I have that. I bet that does taste amazing with ice cream.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Lori
There's
said
so many.
she'll have one of each. They all sound phenomenal. Yeah, there's not any of them that these guys are drinking tonight that I wouldn't try. That's for sure.
This gets better with every sip.
Micah chimes in, says Hardywood makes floats at Christmas time with a gingerbread stout and chocolate and vanilla ice cream sandwich. Holy shit. Yeah.
Wait, with the ice cream sandwich?
Yeah. Like dunk it. I would imagine they just like pour the
Right.
beer and just like slam the ice cream sandwich in that damn thing.
Maybe. That'd look pretty fancy.
God, gonna need a new change of pants after this episode.
Uh,
And this isn't
Oh.
even the typical feeling lucky we were talking about micro penises.
No, it won't be. I guess I won't like need a change of pants, but
do I need to pull my book out and show everybody how amazing my tasting beer book is?
maybe.
You remember last time when you guys got out of control and I just started talking
yeah.
about my book?
That's right. Yeah, it happens.
That'll be my
Often.
go-to. Anytime I feel like it's going off the rails, I'm just going to hold up my book.
Often.
Yep.
Often.
Have you been on an episode of Feeling Lucky yet, Hoppy? I haven't heard you.
I have not. I don't know if that's the best idea for me.
More than welcome, whenever. We'd love to. I mean, just take down the Hops Geeks News with us.
Mm-hmm.
Feel like it would be. I don't know. We'd for sure get in trouble.
Right. And it's all recorded.
Yeah, it's all right.
Lori
you can
chimes
just
in,
sit down
says-
with us.
Lori chimes in with her favorite idea of a combination. Now she wants to go find a chocolate milk stout and pour it over black cherry ice cream.
Oh,
That
She
sounds
also-
delicious.
Oh, the bottom of this is like boozy.
Yeah,
And it's not even barrel aged.
yeah.
damn.
I need water.
Hey, there's our good buddy Dave Heiss from Hop Slam days. Chimes in, says Bell's Expedition would be good with ice cream. That it would. That's a good beer. Have you guys had the Bell's Expedition?
I haven't.
Yes. A long time ago.
Yeah, that's kind of like an OG good stout. That's like kind of one of the first that I remember having of like
Yeah.
a craft beer. Just a good stout is that Expedition. Not something that I pick up on a regular basis, but it's just a solid, good old school stout. I would definitely try it.
Almost like Breckenridge Vanilla Porter. That's
Yep.
another
I've had that
original
one.
Yeah, it's like an original good craft beer porter for sure.
Mhm. For sure. What
So
are
I
you
just
drinking now?
Well, I poured the rest of the beer into a glass. I
Oh,
wanted to
okay.
drink it on its own too.
Yeah.
So, and you can see it's just it's very pretty, very nitro.
Which way do you like it better?
It's different. I can't say I like it one way or the other. It's like
Which
there's certain
means the
things.
ice cream. You don't
It's
want to
like,
say it, but it means it's with the ice cream. I gotcha.
the ice cream definitely adds another element, but this beer is amazing on its own. So it's like I can't pick a favorite kid. I can't pick a favorite way.
Oh, you have a
It's nice
favorite
to
kid
mix
too.
things
You
up.
for sure have a favorite kid too. Everybody
I do
does.
have a favorite kid.
I see right through you. This is why you can't come on feeling lucky. We would just
Exactly. I have to have my filter up, and that will come down on feeling lucky.
Yep, someday.
One day when I run for office.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's the worst part of feeling lucky is none of us can. I mean, none of us would ever be able to run for office anyway, but probably
Yeah.
not with the topics that we talk about.
Did you guys see the video of the lawyer in Texas
There's
that was
so many.
attending a hearing and he couldn't take the cat filter off?
No way.
And he actually says, he's like, Judge, I'm happy to continue going. And his whole face is a cat. And he
That's
couldn't get it
so
off. And he's
funny.
like, I assure you, I'm not a cat. And he's like, I know you're not a cat.
Mm.
Yeah. The
That's
Florida
too
bar
funny.
actually shared it. It was pretty hilarious.
Wait a minute. I need some clarification. Deborah says it's been difficult waiting for February 19th. What did I miss?
That's my dad.
mint beer,
He goes
right?
on under my stepmom. He has one of these beers and he's saving it for the mint chocolate chip day, which is February 19th.
Gonna have to get some. I didn't know that was a day. There's really a day for everything, but
Yeah.
I guess I had no clue that is that his favorite type of ice cream, or how does he know that?
I don't know how he knows that. That is a good question, Dad. How did you know that day? I didn't even think to ask that. There's just so many random days now. But this brewery,
that's just like a dad knows some random ass fact. Like
Yeah,
that.
right.
but this brewery does like short runs of things, and you don't always know when they're going to come back. So he's only got one can left.
Yeah.
Mm.
Interesting.
And
So
I'm just sitting
Mash,
here drinking it in
Mash
front of him.
can't join us tonight, but he sure the hell's to chime in and says, I hear beer goes great with salads too.
You know, I was going to say that this week we're
Disgusting.
pouring it over ice cream. Next week we're pouring it over lettuce.
Nope. I think Lori said that in the chat
Oh, did
at
she?
some point, and I replied, absolutely not.
It's like the obvious joke now.
Next week, she said we should do that next week, and I will not come on. I don't know that I'll ever come on again. If we pour beer over salads on a happy hour, that is just so repulsive.
Well, the beer that I did it, have you ever had the Duchess Burgon?
So join us next week when we pour beer over salad.
Saw that coming. Walked right into that one.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Hoppy. I walked over you and I couldn't pass that up.
No, I was just saying the beer is accessible at, I think, everywhere. So you can probably, if you ever see the Duchess Burgon, it has like, I don't know, it looks like Mary on it. It's probably not Mary. And it's a Flanders sour red ale or whatever. Just get it. Don't even pour it over salad and just try it and tell me what you think of it. Tell me what it reminds you of.
If it's going to be vinegar, no.
It's a vinegar tasting sour. That's an actual thing.
That sounds just miserable.
But that's what Flanders red ales are. Is they're like a vinegary kind of sour.
I feel like I had a cousin or something when I was younger, or somebody that I knew convinced me to drink, like take a big slug of vinegar and saying that it was water or something like that. And it was like the worst day of my life. I can't imagine like
that's a pretty easy life.
I was gonna say that's the privilege talking. But like I can't imagine intentionally putting something that I typically enjoy, being beer, one that tastes like vinegar.
Well, how it happened though
purpose.
that wasn't the intention though. It was, somebody recommended to try it right when sours started to become a thing, and I didn't know why the hell sours were becoming a thing. And we're all trying it, and I'm like, does this taste like salad dressing to anybody else? And they're like, yeah. So that's when I poured it on my salad. It was like, well, isn't that better than pouring it down the drain? Okay, so let me try to get a description.
I really
of it.
don't know. Hard to tell.
Give me a description. Okay, Duchess Bourgogne is from some brewery. It's a traditional Flemish red ale. This refreshing ale is matured in oak casks, smooth with a rich texture and interplay of passion fruit and chocolate, and a long, dry, and acidic finish. After the first and secondary fermentation, the beer goes from maturation into the oak barrels for 1.5 years. The final product is a blend of younger 8-month-old beer with 18-month-old beer. The average age is 12 months. But it doesn't it doesn't really say it. Like, it is like vinegar. It's a vinaigrette. Anybody who's watching, has anybody tried this beer? Because you see it at Total Wine and it's very common. It's not that out of the ordinary, I guess.
You got a picture of the label?
It's actually on my beer table. If I could flip my computer over. Hold on, let me go back onto Untapped.
Find it.
Never heard of it.
Bring you up so I can see it. I haven't.
Here we go. All right, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that.
I don't know if I recall seeing that one.
Just kind of hot in a medieval kind of way.
Yeah.
It was like, is she single?
Yeah, she's single. Boy, send her my way.
She's been dead for centuries.
It's right up my alley.
Oh.
That was bad. No,
that was bad.
Sorry, that was a step too far.
Yeah, so because I've even said like, I should send them one. No, y'all can buy it. I'm telling you, it's there. You just gotta look.
Yeah.
Probably won't, but thanks for the heads up.
All right, I'm gonna send you one day.
Okay.
With like a thing of salad.
So Rich says he's manning up a Miller Lite float.
Oh, Rich, get it together.
If you've got a Miller Lite float, Hoppy, can you send him the link?
To the beer floats?
To the call-in. If he's got a Miller Lite float, I want to bring him on and talk about his Miller Lite float.
I can do that. I don't know. Rich, are you available? You got your computer ready, or you can join in on your phone?
Yeah, especially if you have a Miller Lite float.
I don't. Rich sounds like he
does.
Rich sounds like he needs something went wrong at some point to bring Rich to that decision.
He is married to my mom.
No, jeez. Well,
sorry, Mom. It's a joke.
It's a joke. It's totally a joke. But boy, a Miller Lite float.
Shit.
Can't. There's got to be something else. There just
Mash doesn't realize how good this actually is. Mash says, "I can see the pain in Jay's eyes."
No, my mom's pretty snappy.
Does he realize Jay's on his second, going on his third?
I'm on my second scoop of ice cream.
We should just do this every week. This should be Hops Cream News.
Hops Cream News.
That's only on our OnlyFans.
I was gonna say. No, that's
Somebody
Hops Feet News.
Hops Feet News. It's a different subsect of our OnlyFans.
Yep.
Oh, apparently Rich is not drinking a Miller Lite float. I'm shocked.
Oh, damn, Rich.
Yep.
Wanted to know.
Brownie batter from Pontoon, I bet, tastes amazing. Oh, man. Mash. Yeah, you've got it going on. You might have to tune in. You might have to be on next episode, Mash, with your beer float. You can join us with your beer float, especially if you're going to use that. I'd be interested to see how that was or hear how that was.
And next week we'll have somebody on from White Labs to talk about yeast education. So I'm sure she'll be very impressed with our beer floats if we have them again.
Oh, shit. That's right. That's going to be a good one. I think I'm looking forward to that episode. Do you know where she's out of? Hoppy, is she out of?
She's
Asheville?
in San Diego.
San Diego?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
But I think she's going to do the lesson tailored to how different yeasts can affect flavors and stuff. So that kind of goes into the whole subject we had a couple weeks ago about what makes a beer bad. So
that was when we had Brad on, which we're gonna have Brad on again real soon. On Feeling Lucky, we got like more in depth with yeast than I think I ever expected to happen in my life. It's super interesting. Didn't realize it's like such a big deal until we talked to him. But
It's like
I'm
the most
excited for that,
underrated
too.
beer ingredient. Yeah, Brad's
Yeah,
like a
for
walking
sure.
beer encyclopedia.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
he makes me. I've never felt dumber than like ever in my
Never
life.
felt dumber.
Hey,
Literally
speaking of
ever.
Brad, he's going to be our April. So if you've been in the if you're in the Hops News family, you know we're going to start doing virtual tastings. I expected to have a call about virtual tasting in March, but it didn't happen today. So maybe within the next couple of days. But Brad is lined up to do April. If I don't get a hold of the one that I was hoping for March, I know there's a couple that I can lean on and do it. Virtual beer tastings are going to be fun. We'll send you the beer,
excited.
2 or 3 beers from one brewery, and then we'll have the brewer on a Zoom call that's going to tell us about the beer, kind of talk through it, tell us a little bit about their thought process. Probably be a little bit of swag in the box, maybe some stickers or coasters or something like that, but we'll get those to you. You've got to be a member of the Patreon of the Sip of Sunshine to be a part of it, because obviously none of that shipping is free for anybody. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to Brad's box, his virtual tasting in April, because it's going to be timely for some beers that he's releasing. So looking forward to that. We'll have some great breweries on. Hoping to have one from Lucky's Way for March. Haven't been able to get a hold of him, but hopefully we can and get something lined up. If not, we'll get something from here in North Carolina lined up for you guys, and have a Zoom and a beer tasting with a brewer. So another perk, a new perk that we've added to the Sip of Sunshine level. So looking forward to that. Patrick says, calorie free, I'm sold.
It's true. No need to worry.
Yeah, just grab a
You
half
heard it
gallon
here.
of ice cream and go to work, man.
Go to
Hops.
work.
Just go to work. Have yourself a night, Patrick.
Yep. Micah's got a good suggestion. Moose tracks with Sweet Baby Jesus would be good. Would be a bomb.
Ooh, sweet
Yeah.
baby Jesus.
What's
Yeah.
Sweet Baby Jesus?
Duclaw, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a darker beer. It's really good. And then they have like even more Jesus.
Yeah.
I feel like any darker beer with moose tracks would just be so good. Did you try that, Jay, or no? Is that your color's a little different this time?
No, it's not. God damn, man. I've drank the beer and a damn near fucking half gallon of ice cream just sitting here in the half hour we've been here.
You still got 15 minutes. You can go try that moose track. I'm not gonna judge.
Yeah. I will let you know how it goes. That's for sure. I will. If I do that tonight, I will be up all night long. But no, I haven't tried it.
You posted a decent lineup on the Instagram.
Yeah, I went in and asked the guy, and he's like, "Here's 6 beers. It'd be phenomenal with it." And I picked up 4 of them. You know,
I
like,
thought you were gonna say I got all 6. Boy,
no,
you were planning ahead.
I picked up 4 of them and finished this one tonight, man. I will tell you, the Hall River guys do some good stuff. We need to get those guys on sometime, because those guys are doing good things here in North Carolina. Patrick says, I'm about to brew a mocha porter, and I feel like that would be perfect for a beer float. Yes.
Yes.
Give it a shot. Give it a shot. Lori chimes in again. Peanut butter beer and chocolate ice cream. Shut the fuck up. I am going to have to go buy some more beer and ice cream.
That is, I did it with vanilla. But I had the Belching Beaver. I had
that
peanut butter. That's what I did. And do you remember you guys all just shitting on me, being like, Lucky, you're so dumb. You're so gross. How could you ever do that? And look at us now. Look at us
now. What
episode
is this?
It wasn't an episode. It was in the Hops News family. I did it. Boy, I have never gotten more shit about anything in my life.
And now we're doing episodes about it.
Exactly.
You just sprinkle some Reese's peanut butter cups over it.
Oh,
I think you're just
divine.
I think what we found out tonight is that Lucky's just a trendsetter.
Just ahead of the curve. I always have been. Just kidding. That's not true. But
so Micah chimes back in and says that Hardywood cuts the sandwich in half, one half in the glass and the other like an orange on the blue moon. Holy shit. He's talking about the ice cream sandwich beer. God, yeah, that would be good. The Founders really KBS and organic vanilla bean. Yes, I've got a KBS in the refrigerator, and I've got a vanilla bean ice cream in the freezer. I might have to give that a shot a little bit later.
What did you send? You sent a CBS, right, for the
the
Hops News giveaway?
CBS. Yeah, man, the CBS beer is holy
fantastic.
Shit. Yeah, if you've not had one, good. If you've not had a CBS beer, that one is phenomenal. If I'm not mistaken, that bottle that Lucky has is probably a couple of years old. I think that is.
Should I grab it?
Yeah, go ahead and grab it and show them. Yeah, that bottle is, I believe, from the last batch before when Founders announced they were going to stop bottling it. And then they've sold, obviously, I think a couple of times now, and have brought it back as a seasonal rotation. But that bottle, I think, is from the original batches before they stopped making it. Great beer. It would be a good one, but I wouldn't waste that beer on an ice cream on a beer float, that's for sure.
It's the 2018 release. Here we are.
Yep.
I'm back. I was going to say, can you guys even hear me? My dad just sent me a link of the best beers to pair with ice cream, or the best ice cream beer combinations. So when I post the link to the article tomorrow, I'll include that as well. So lots of fun options. Oh, Belching Beaver Peanut Butter Milk Stout is on here.
I told you guys, this is ridiculous.
Ooh, a scoop
Absolutely
of salted
ridiculous.
caramel or vanilla.
And never even looked it up. I just did it.
You're a maverick.
I'm gonna go back in the Hops News family and find that and post it. Just be like, hey guys, you're welcome.
You're welcome. Can you flex when you say that? You're welcome.
Yeah.
I do want to hear more about the giveaway because I'm going to post that tomorrow on everything, and we need to start pimping that out. So what all beers do you have?
Yeah, let's go
Should
talk
I just
to
grab
you.
all of them?
Go grab the box, Lucky, and let's talk about your
in
giveaway.
detail.
I don't have the box. I have them all out, but I'll grab them. Just
right.
1 second.
Hey, this giveaway that Lucky's going to do is really, if you've all of you that have been with us through the whole pandemic will realize that was kind of the start of what we're doing on a weekly basis. Barstool Sports with Captain Cons was literally our first known, I say celebrity, our first known person within the podcasting world that probably the majority of podcast listeners knew. Barstool is doing some amazing stuff, raising money for from small businesses that are struggling through the pandemic. And Lucky came up with a great idea. Lucky lined up Captain Cons, and he came up with a great idea to do a giveaway. This box of beer is amazing. A lot of great beer in it. Lucky will tell you a little bit more about the beer that he's got in it, but it's pretty simple. We'll share a link here. Somebody will drop a link in the chat to go donate to Barstool Sports. Every $10 donation, when you make the donation, just take a screenshot of the receipt that you get sent and send it to mash@hopsnews.beer. And for every $10 that you donate to this cause, you'll be entered for the drawing for this box. Somebody's going to win this box that donates beer and donates money and sends the receipt to MASH, and it is a phenomenal box of beer.
I've gotten a bunch of receipts already, so I would say send them to any of us, I guess, and we'll figure out a way to get them all together. But I assume you talked about it already. I'm pretty sure there's 9 beers. I don't know why I'm only finding 8 right now, but we just talked about this one. This is the CBS from Founders 2018. That's one. If you guys know like who sent what and want to talk about it, this is a Mexican coffee from Funky Buddha.
That's before they sold to Constellation.
Okay. Aged in Jose Cuervo, is that real?
Well,
Jose Cuervo barrels?
That'd be really weird if they put it on there and it wasn't real.
Well, all right. I don't need that attitude.
Lucky might Lucky might not be sending that box. That one in the
I was
box.
gonna say, if we don't raise enough money, I'm just gonna drink all of these, just so you guys know. This is a Figgy Quad. This is one that I'm adding. I'm adding 2 from Explorium because it's just a really good beer. Figgy Quad, Belgian style.
And that's the episode you just dropped last week, right? Explorium.
It was maybe it was just last week. They all run. No. Bucky Booze was last week, I think. Explorium was 2 weeks ago. But we're gonna do a lot of stuff with Explorium. He's someone that we should get on here. Mike is an awesome guy, and he makes some fantastic beer. This, I wonder who sent this one, a Bear Island Idaho Potato Ale. I don't know.
Idaho Potato Ale.
I don't know who that was.
It's a mystery.
Oh, this is the other one. I don't know if you guys, I can't believe this is literally my favorite beer, maybe that I've ever had. 4th anniversary Imperial Stout. This is from Explorium also. We talked about it on our episode with Mike, but this is a remake of the one that they made a couple of years ago. That won a gold medal at the US Open. So they make it every year for their anniversary. It's really only available to the Mug Club members, which, you know, Feeling Lucky is. Anything that they have left over, they sell, but I mean, we had to reserve these and get them, and I assume they're sold out now. Fantastic beer, barrel aged in cinnamon whiskey barrels, I believe. This is Goose Island Bourbon Country, I think. Is that one from Jay?
Yeah, the bourbon barrel aged style, yeah.
Yep. That one I don't think I've had. This is a 2021.
If you haven't had that one, I think I have extras. I can probably send you one on your next one, because that's like a beer people literally like line up for outside.
Really?
Even since InBev bought them, it was more widely distributed this year, so I don't think people were lining up as much. But like even the sell of the brewery didn't inhibit people. It's that good.
Lucky, that's the one that you were applying for the controller position for. Did you get that job?
No, I didn't. I wish I would have, but maybe someday. I don't think I'm at a controller level yet, but boy, I would. If anybody can hook me up there at Goose Island, I would for sure get that or take that. This is the Appalachian Theater. Save the drama.
Yeah.
Save the drama.
Oh, I like
Appalachian Mountain Brewery. That's awesome. I love that name.
That was brewed. Corey just chimed in. There in the chat. He just tuned in. Corey, that beer was brewed to support the revitalization of the Appalachian Theater here in Boone. And
that's so cool.
It was a big part of it that the Appalachian Theater just opened right before the pandemic started. And we've actually done some work to help raise some money through some fundraisers for them. So Corey'd be interested in that. Great beer, great theater, great cause.
This is the last one. If either of you know which one I'm missing, this is the Marshall Zvert. I don't know. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that.
It's from Cigar City.
Zukov.
Did you bring out the cans? I sent a couple of cans.
I have those are in my those are in the fridge. I don't know if you were wanting me to include those. I didn't know if we were just sending bottles, but I will include those.
Lucky's like, I took those away so I could drink, but
well, in his defense, I sent him some cans and told him the cans were for him.
Mash and Hoppy both did that. I didn't know if you caught on to that, Jay. Apparently not. I'll put them in there.
Hey.
I also have. I'm gonna put in 2 of the. Give me some sugars from Bottle Share. They gave me a couple extras
nice.
That they wanted to put in, and they want to support it. So if another charity is supporting it, a charity that we love so much, that shows how timely and necessary that it is, in my opinion. So it's really cool that they're giving us some stuff and they want to be a part of it and pimp it out for us. There was one more. I swear to God, I thought there was one more bottle. I don't know why I can't find it, but if I do, I'll let you guys know. No, I promise I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't even move those.
Who's got the picture? Somebody's got the picture.
That's what I'm actually going into the text right now to see if I can see the picture.
I didn't find it. I don't know why.
Hey,
here
did
we
somebody
go.
drop the link? Did somebody drop the link in the chat by chance? But we will. If it's not there, we will definitely drop it in there. Let's go check in with Hoppy and see if we can get parting shots and what's going on with the geeks. The geeks, man, I will tell you, those guys are on a roll. If you haven't checked them out, go check them out. They've got their own logo, a fresh logo that is pretty damn
Sick.
Pretty
cool.
sweet.
Yeah, for the geeks. Hobby, parting shots. Where can people find you, and what do we have to expect from the geeks outside of that awesome logo? You guys didn't even tease that. That was like a bam. It was there and done.
Yeah. Well, Matt had been talking about
Like
wanting
a comic book. Bam.
Yeah, and we each picked our favorite, like exactly, bam.
Mhm.
So we each, my favorite comic book character is Wolverine. His is like as Flash, and he's in the reverse Flash costume actually. And he had been talking about wanting to get it done, and I didn't realize he mentioned, oh, I have somebody working on it, and all of a sudden he sends me like, what do you think of this? I'm like, that's amazing. I just started like laughing because I just thought it was so hilarious and so amazing at the same time. If you haven't seen that, it is posted on our Instagram, and it is our picture on Instagram as well as on Twitter. So we do have a Twitter now, Geek Hops. Our Instagram is Hops Geek News. He runs the Twitter. I run the Instagram basically at this point. And so if you follow both, you get all sorts of different stuff. And if you see anybody tweeting about The Bachelor, that is definitely not me. That is 100% MASH. So we just released part 1 of our Wolverine series, which I absolutely love. Micah has joined us for this because he's actually very much so well versed on all the Wolverine comics than I am, and then Matt is. And so we thought like, oh, we'll get all this into one episode, and let's just say it's going to end up being a 3 or 4 part series. So we split what we talked about last week into 2. Matt and I are just going to record the news tonight for the next episode, and then we're going to still be talking about Wolverine. So if you have any favorite comic book character you'd like to know more about, or have us compare the movies to the comics, let us know, because this has been a lot of fun to kind of pull out all my old comics and kind of dive into this character. Oh, there it is. That's awesome.
That's so sick.
But it's been a lot of fun. And yeah, that's basically what we're doing now is Wolverine. And he's also been pimping us a lot with other podcasts. So expect a lot of crossover events where we'll be going on other people's podcasts and they'll be coming on ours. So he even went on one recently and I forgot about it and went to the beach. And so he joined in on another podcast and they ended up talking about whiskey. So, but I'm an asshole and was at the beach. But yeah, that's what's going on with Geeks.
Hey, that's awesome. And we're able to do things like that, bring up a logo with some of the new stuff we've got on this end of it. So, yeah, that's great, great content. What those guys are doing over there at Hops Geek is pretty amazing. The logo is awesome. That is just phenomenal what they got done with that. So, looking forward to the continued content that those guys are doing and seeing more and hearing more about what they're doing. Great content. They're kind of, if you're looking for the pop culture, they say geeks. I will call it a little bit of like pop culture because they talk a little bit more than just kind of nerdy, geeky comic book stuff that most people would associate with geeks. So go and check them out. A lot of really up-to-date information, great content that they're putting out there. And if you just want the raw dog in college life, whatever it may be, just go check out the Feeling Lucky crowd because those dudes, I will tell you, I'm in tears listening to those guys.
None of us are in college, Jay. Big Daddy and I went to the same college, but we're no longer in college, but we still very much act like it for whatever reason. Yeah, so Feeling Lucky, we were supposed to have on Great Lakes Distilling, which but it snowed when we were supposed to go. We got I want to say 10 inches of snow or something absolutely ridiculous on the day that we were supposed to record with them. So we ended up shooting that on Monday. We've already done it. And we were with them, Ross from Great Lakes Distilling, for an hour and a half. So that's going to be our next 2 episodes. We're going to do split it up into 45 minutes. We had 45 minutes of just listener questions. So the people that submit listener questions to that, you guys are awesome and make our jobs a lot easier. So we did 45 minutes of just shooting the shit, talking about Great Lakes, and then 45 minutes of just listener questions about maybe more in-depth spirits questions. So it'll be, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, that's the first like distillery that we've had on Hops News airwaves.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. They won a gold medal last year for their gin, the best gin I've ever had in my life. It's
What?
amazing, Jay.
I need a bottle.
Yeah, I'll get you one.
I need a
always,
Never
bottle.
heard him have such urgency in his voice.
Gin is my jam, man. I need a bottle of that.
promise you it's the best gin that you will.
Nice.
I can't promise it's the best but I will. I'll probably promise you that it's the best you've ever had. But yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of stuff with them too. They're just awesome. And thank you everybody for listening. This week was just kind of a shoot the shit kind of episode with me, just me, Big Daddy, and JJ. You can listen to me talk about, all of us talk about this beer. That was the first time I had it, was on Sunday. We tasted one of the bottles that we got, and it's honestly like the best beer that I've ever had in my life. So, yeah, that's about it. Next 2 episodes are with Great Lakes. A lot of fun stuff coming up though.
That's a huge brewery.
Is Big Daddy now a regular on Feeling Lucky?
Yeah, we're gonna call him one of our like co-hosts. He doesn't live downtown with us, JJ and I, but he's been coming to all the stuff and we love having him. He's like probably the funniest one out of all 3 of us. So he refuses to do stand up with me. But maybe someday we can get him to get on a stage, but he's fucking hilarious. So anytime he wants to come on.
It's a funny dude, man. You guys got a good show going there. You and the Geeks, 2 of the better shows or episodes that we have on during the week, for damn sure. Appreciate you tuning in. Tonight was fun. I will tell you, this is probably the funnest episode that I've had in a while, just experimenting with something
delicious.
New. Yeah, definitely the most delicious. If you've not tried a beer float, if you got to grab a pint of ice cream at the grocery store by yourself and a beer off the shelf that's a good, sweet, tasty lactose or milk stout, and just try it at home by yourself one night, fucking do it. Do it in the closet. I don't care where you do it. Just do it. Give it a shot, because you'll be surprised and you'll be introducing new people to it before long. Been a great episode. We appreciate tuning in. Check out Hops News anywhere you can find social media or podcast platforms. Simply search at Hops News. Appreciate you tuning in. It's been a great one. Have a great week.
All foam.
Till next time.
Cheers.
Love you guys.
So I think since mine was nitro, it wasn't as foamy.
Oh, yeah.
That's really smart.
Yeah. Is there nitro?
That wasn't premeditated.
Yeah, is there like
really
nitro lactose stouts?
Probably. There's everything now.
They're one of my favorite beers. I know I've sent you guys is the coconut porter from what's it called? They make a nitro out of that. I bet that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
I forget who does it. City Lights. That sounds
okay.
right.